Well, looks like you messed up. It's now time to enjoy your stay at the dictatorship, where we're going to talk about, well, at some point crypto, but most likely politics, culture, religion, science, COVID, sexuality, gambling. I don't know what we're going to talk about, but it's going to get crazy. This is, again, will be the last time I ever host this show. Welcome to the dictatorship on Blockchain Basement.
Bum, 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 bum. You ready for this?
I'm ready. Welcome.
If you're going to screw me, at least pull my hair.
Hell yeah. What you got?
They could start chopping off fingers. They're like, give me your seed phrase, but I don't know it.
Out to give the numbers out. And I was like, no, hang up the phone right now.
Or like when it dropped in 2020, was it like exciting?
400,000 to 600,000. The generational signals are now.
Level. So I don't even know if we're going to get back below there. But if we do, that's kind of where we...
Welcome, one and all, to the basement. It's a little dank down here. It smells a little iffy, but you know what? We out here. We're doing stuff. We've got DZ, we got Hannah, we got me, the Dictator, we got Taco, we got Drew on the board. Drew, how are you feeling today?
Feeling fantastic, feeling feisty, ready to go.
Right on. Hannah, what's the word from Gen Z?
Feeling good, feeling great. Let's get after it.
Yeah. How's the Vyvanse today?
I'll take Vyvanse. my heart rate is too slow. Okay.
Is
it?
She's too cool for school. Nick hosting is kind of like power bottoming a bowling pin. It kind of hurts you, but you know you like it. You know what? I'm actually regretting saying that out loud. Welcome to the chat. Thank you so much for showing up. Ralphie, Casino Doggy, Big Hands Dan, Agent Brown Sugar, Alaskan BTC, Isaac 95, and up in the attic, Raul San Miguel, Cali Crypto Dude, Harish Kumar, TJ's Chicken Salad. No, today it's Nick's Bag of Nuts.
Oh,
there you go.
You are nuts.
DZ, how you feeling today, bro?
These nuts.
That's
I'm
right.
sorry, that was a very
You
stupid,
had to
do
low
it.
IQ
You
thing
had to
to
do
say.
it.
I had to for the culture.
Yeah.
It's for the culture. Taco, what's up?
I'm good. Glad to be here. It's been a while.
I know.
It's been a while.
I know.
Why are you gambling?
Oh, that's for another
Sponsored
channel.
by State.
Yeah,
Maybe coming soon.
You just accidentally hit double down. Sorry about that. Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah,
so
dealer
look,
got 21.
folks, we got a lot to talk about. Got a lot of Tesla to talk about. Got a lot of crypto to talk about. There's also a $1 trillion coin to talk about.
What?
Once again, the meme that just will not die. $1 trillion coin. But since the dictator's taken over, I believe in proof of work. I believe in hard assets. We're going to look at hashrate.no.
Here we go.
Which is a really cool website if you like mining. It tells you the latest GPUs that they've added to their kind of information matrix here, and you can look at the price gainers. These are all proof of work mineable coins. Look at these pumps today. Look at these earners: Chinet, Dogecoin, Meowcoin, Expanse, Raptorium. Fantastic. Now, this is an important thing to remember. The reward gainers, so that means the difficulty's gone down, so you get more in the reward. So Dogecoin diff's gone down. Neoxa diff's gone down. Really, really bullish on that project. Ergo diff has gone down, so you get more Ergo the more you mine. Hashrate.no. This is a fantastic website if you want to get into mining and figure out what's doing what. Mining is blowing up these days. Proof of work is doing really, really well. Shout out to Poon78. The Dictator is back. What's up, buddy? Yeah.
Hey, Nick, real quick.
Yes.
Since obviously you're into mining,
Yes.
what is your opinion on Biden's 30% electricity tax?
Yeah, it's just a nod to the Greens. He can't do that. Like, it's the power grid is not federalized. It's run at the state level. So states can do it, like New York, and they have teeth to actually enforce it. But Biden just did it.
It wouldn't have the individual miners. It would only be like, a handful of large corporations that are doing that would actually have the helicopters hovering over looking for heat signatures.
Yeah.
Question to you, Nick.
Yeah.
If all of a sudden, say you mine $100 worth of Bitcoin and it costs you $90 of electricity.
Yeah.
Well, now you add this $30 tax. It went from costing you $90 to costing you $120.
Yep.
Will that move the price of Bitcoin up?
If it's just for the United States, no. We don't. The hash rate's too elastic and will spread out way too fast for there to be a long-standing effect on the Bitcoin price. Now, if there was some type of like, if the EU clamped down, if America clamped down, if China clamped down on Bitcoin mining and the costs were very high, like what you just described, then I could see the floor price for Bitcoin going up considerably.
Cool.
Yeah. Yep. So that's all I got today on Blockchain Basement. Good answers only. Hannah, jump in there if anyone's asking questions. TJ's Chicken Salad said, editing team, how does one get a wrench? Well, first of all, you must join the dictatorship. You must join my secret police.
Yeah.
And then you will be able to have partial access to power in the chat. But yeah, access to my secret police is incredibly difficult to get to. So yeah, and I'll outline the secret police later on in a few other episodes. Yeah, definitely cannot be vaccinated or anything like that. So anyways, let's look at the crypto markets real quick. Bitcoin looking good, looking like a snack. 28,877. I love it. You love it. Ethereum with its gas fees. Look at that. Look at that. 79 Gwei.
I don't know if this probably needs to be updated. Maybe. I don't know. Let me look.
Should I refresh?
No, it looks about
81 Gwei.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah.
81 Gwei. You know, and I just tweeted this out today. Thank God that Ethereum moved to proof of stake so they can improve gas fees.
Oh, yeah.
Where would we be without the move to proof of stake? Where would Ethereum be without cooking for the World Economic Forum? Where would they be?
I was really sad about the gas fees when I was trying to buy just a little bit of Pepe.
Yeah.
It was going to be like, it was going to be as much as I wanted to buy in gas. It really was, it was a sad day for me.
Again, it's whales only. And I don't like on the, as a whole, I don't like ordinals, but in practice, being able to just spend money on meme coins using Satoshis is so much cheaper than Ethereum. Yeah. It's just ridiculously cheaper than Ethereum. BRC20s, we'll probably get into that later next week, but those are an interesting type of thing that are happening on Bitcoin. Let's see who the biggest gainers are over the past day. Basically nothing. It's been kind of a nothing burger. Let's see. Woo Network, who cares? Who's the biggest loser? Wow, this is such a flat day.
Yeah. So
down like 4 or 5%. These aren't crypto crashes. These are nothing numbers.
I know. Well, it was good to see everything kind of just go right back to where it was right after the FOMC and all these big scares and everyone's all terrified and it's just right where it was. So
yeah, very weird.
I think the market is getting over the FOMC meetings and then like watching it and then trading it, trying to get that like minute candle as soon as it. Here's
why it's the market's over. The prediction markets haven't been wrong, and so at this point, you just look at the prediction markets and you know what it is.
Yeah.
There's zero surprises these days.
Yep. Yeah. Speaking of zero surprises, Razmataz, one of the OGs in the chat, had this fantastic tweet. We were talking about kangaroos. There are more kangaroos than there are people in Uruguay. So if the kangaroos attacked Uruguay, it would be a bloodbath. Pray for Uruguay. Look at this fantastic picture from Midjourney. Is this a kangaroo soldier?
Yeah.
Oh
I don't know. The more you look at this, it's a cursed image.
This is like 50 years in the future, and then his parents, the mother was a kangaroo. The father was a soldier.
Yeah, this is very
District. It was a forbidden love.
It's like District 9 almost.
But it was meant to be.
So, here's another great one.
Love conquers all.
Yeah.
Why did I get the 10-foot tall roo?
Just to be clear, DZ is not in support of bestiality.
No. Here's another one. Facetious. Also another cursed image. What's going on with this knife?
That's AI's. It's like a comb with a sharp handle.
Anyways, these are always fun. The kangaroos. Now, did we ask? Was anyone else in the room when we asked that question? Taco, how many kangaroos could you fight consecutively just barehanded?
Man, aren't they like 6 feet tall?
Everyone thinks that. No, the average kangaroo height is, I believe, 5 foot, but they do weigh about 110 pounds.
Even so, maybe 2.
I'm
gonna go with 2.
That's good.
Really?
I could take 2 kangaroos.
They probably got a little kick in them.
Oh, yeah.
They got to fight.
Like, look at Bruce.
Yeah, man.
Why is this so stupid?
That
look at these guys.
Dude is
look at these thick boys.
On some HGH or something.
That's Bruce. Look at this. Look at that. Damn.
He's like,
damn boy.
He's thick.
He's a thick ass boy.
Damn boy. He's thick.
Oh my god.
There it is. Lord in heaven. DZ, how many of these mofos could you take consecutively by hand?
Less than one.
Less than one.
They got a strong kick.
What about like a normal kangaroo?
Oh, a normal kangaroo. I mean, if Taco could take 2, if Taco says 2, I'm not going to say 3. So I would say 2. And someone did a real question, Schoolie on predictive markets. There's websites that are predicting all these things, and you'll see like 80% of people think it's 25 basis points, and then lo and behold, it ends up being 25. I think the predictive markets are closer like in the 90s. So everyone's kind of knows what it's going to be. It's been a long time since we've had 50% think this and 50% think that. And no one knows.
Right.
Predictive markets. I don't know any particular websites though. Sorry, you just try Google.
Yeah. I think the funniest thing is when Jerome Powell is like, our banking sector, our banking system is strong.
Everything is going south.
Everything is red today. I think it was a record, like 130 banks are in the red.
It's never been all in the red before.
Yeah, we're going to be getting into banks here later on. Hannah, any comment on your ability to take down a kangaroo? Not a Bruce, but like a normal kangaroo.
5 on Vivance. That's what Beardland said. No, I think less than 1, maybe 1, maybe 1. I could raise a baby kangaroo.
See, I feel stupid now because yesterday I said 10 without hesitation. I said I could do 10. No.
Well,
do we have a weapon? I mean,
no,
or is
it's
this
barehanded.
Oh,
in a Australian forest. I said I could take normal or 10 normal kangaroos. Now, if it's a wallaby, I could fuck up like 100 of those guys. Wallabies are nothing. And if it's a wombat, I'd just put one under my arm and take them home because wombats are the coolest.
Farm earned. I am in Snake. I pulled up my initial. Drew, a real number. I want you to give me a real answer. How many first graders would it take to take you down?
Oh, this
oh
is
my
great.
God.
This is old internet stuff.
Oh, so first graders.
They're somewhat coordinated, but not really.
Okay.
You know, they're just like pouring.
Are these from America or are these from like Central America?
It's representative of the globe, so you can expect.
So there'll be Chinese and Indian.
5% of them are going to be American.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
But yeah, you're gonna have like El
toast.
Salvadorian. You know, their parents are gangbanger.
If they're well coordinated, I can only think about getting through about 10 of them. Like, you know,
Dude, I think you could take dozens.
I don't know. I have 4 kids at home, and if my boy catches me in the nuts out of you know, I fight one really hardcore 5-year-old. So, you know, kind of multiplying him by that.
PC Poppy says full bred Mexican 1-year-olds.
Well, they like already have mustaches.
I know.
So
I know. There's 0 atrazine in the water in Mexico. All right, guys, let's talk about crypto real quick.
Yeah.
Coolest thing about Bitcoin's monetary policy is the number. This is from Adam O, Denver Bitcoin. When block reward was 50 Bitcoin per block, 50% of the total supply was mined during those 4 years. Today, it's 6.25 BTC per block. So 6.25% of the total supply will be mined. And on and on and on it goes. Turn the beat around. Isn't that great? Isn't this great just to see the monetary policy there in code?
I know.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yep. It's a trustworthy monetary process.
Yeah, but it's also apparently a total scam.
Yeah.
So
Very
we should run key takeaways from the May FOMC meeting. All right, look, I just want to take everyone's temperature here. The dictator doesn't give 2 craps about the FOMC anymore. Does anyone share that sentiment, or am I out of line?
who cares about it? It maybe it feels 50 or 0.
Yeah. I mean, it's not exciting anymore. It's all kind of, like DZ was saying, it's all just, you know, telegraphed. We all know what to expect, and you know, people are overhearing that the world's going to end.
Yeah,
they're going to go.
You have the Tom Crown live viewers that like leverage trade the first 10 minutes.
Yeah,
and
shout out Tom Crown. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's just like, look, we know we're FUBAR. Jerome Powell, obviously, it was fun to watch the old man fumble around early on, but now it's just kind of pathetic. And you're like, okay, hey, you're actually ruining things.
Yeah. All right. Grandpa, like he's peed himself.
Yeah. Grandpa's peed himself, and now he's shitting himself. Like, who's going to clean it up? Well, you know who's not going to clean it up?
Liam Neeson. Famous public pisser.
He was.
Really?
One of the best.
Yeah, he's left many a pub with a pee puddle.
Well, I mean, when you are from the area, he's Welsh, isn't he?
Well, he has a particular set of skills, just not shaking.
Oh,
did you say Welsh?
But control of this micturation is not.
Well, I
one
always
of those
say
skills.
like every I don't know if I say every 5 years. Yeah, every 5 years you have to add a second of dangle. Time.
Oh
okay.
yeah. The stream gets reduced. All right, let's look at TED Talks macro.
I don't want with 75. I'm gonna be there for like 18 seconds.
Hey man,
come on, man.
I was told
up, stop dripping.
I was told by a man I respect highly that there are 3 things you do when you get older. First of all, you never give
trust
up.
a fart.
Never trust a fart. Number 2, never give up an opportunity to take a pee, and never waste an erection. There you go. Okay. Fed hike by 25 basis points. No change to current QT program. Powell said that the U.S. banking system is sound and resilient. The Fed will take a data-dependent approach from here when asked about a pause in June. Look, the pause is already happening. Inflation continues to run too high, but current policy could be already at sufficiently restrictive levels to bring inflation down. Wrong. Powell admitted that it's possible that there is a moderate... Dude, the market continues to price Fed pause in June, despite Powell doing a great job sitting on the fence. So, say all that to say, what's the takeaway here? The takeaway here is they don't really understand how to get inflation down, besides unemployment, which, newsflash, is not the only way you can control inflation. And in this specific instance, I believe it may be, I don't know, the trillions of dollars that were already printed and the banks failing and people living above their means. DZ, this is kind of a meme at this point. Like, I'm almost kind of sick and tired of talking about this, because all we are reminded of by the elites is how completely not inept they are, but how institutionalized their thinking is. Like, what's the takeaway for the people in the chat? Like, what are they supposed to do with this information? And we're just be like, okay, cool. And then just, buy more $50 burritos off of Grubhub and YOLO.
Are you saying, like, what do we do in response to all this?
Yeah.
The best thing we can do is educate people like we're doing right now. We can, say you're a viewer at home, you're listening, maybe bring it up at dinner. Next time you see some relatives, you see some friends, maybe bring it up. Hey, what do you think of, inflation? What do you think of the price of eggs? Hey, what do you think of, this? If you hear about that $1 trillion coin, just, start laying the groundwork. And that's how we educate ourselves out of this quagmire. There's really not going to be, it's complicated. It's confusing. I don't want to say it's by design. We're running a multi-trillion-dollar corporation called America. So, of course, it's not going to be something simple like a lemonade stand. I don't expect it to be. And so they capitalize off that, though. So what we can do is just try to make morsel-sized nuggets of information that are easily consumable. And I think that's what we're doing now. But you could do the same thing at home. Bring it up at work. Bring it up at lunch. Bring it up with the homeless guy at the corner.
Exactly. Yeah. Bring it up with the barista with their...
Bring up inflation and the price of pork, with the homeless guy.
Yeah. See what happens.
Yeah, see what happens. He'll be like, my fentanyl went up too.
I have literally, instead of like arresting people...
Get on that mic, Drew.
No, they can hear me all the way back.
No, they can't.
They can't?
Well, I'm looking at your levels, dude. Your levels are in the toilet.
Well, basically, I would tell people about like Bitcoin or Ethereum or XRP right at the 2020 crash. There was a lot of homeless people. We were contracted for the city of Fort Collins. And, instead of being all rough and tough on them, I would tell them about cryptocurrency. And even if they are so far behind in life, I'm still was giving that information to them because like I felt like they were the ones that needed it the most. You know what I mean? To turn their money into something. It's a like a lot of people feel like they can't get into crypto because they don't have a bunch of money. They don't realize that you can buy, $5-10 a week. You know what I mean? So it's still worth it.
I think there's two comments I want to chat on. Casino Doggy, nothing like chatting politics around the dinner table. And then, dude, unless you're in it, all anyone cares about is Bud Light ads and the price of gas. I agree. And so you have to think about that when you're navigating this conversation. So don't bring up story hour with cross-dressers. Don't bring that up. Okay. Don't bring up Dylan Mulvaney.
Stay focused.
Don't bring up, a woman's rights to, any kind of medical procedure she might want. Just talk about the price of eggs. Talk about $1 trillion coin. I don't think, people are going to hear that and then they're going to download the brain pack of their party and say, Biden great or Biden bad or Trump great, Trump bad. And it's going to be your job to get them away from that brainwashed thinking and say, I'm talking about the price of eggs. I'm not talking about Orange Man bad. Okay. Why do you think eggs are higher? What do you think we can do about that? What do you think this is going to look like 10 years from now? And so maybe just try to learn how to navigate these conversations with these individuals. Maybe you have just a full-blown MAGA relative or a full-blown libtard relative. Well, you're just going to have to figure out how to crack their code.
Yep.
It really is a lot easier said than done. Like, especially like bringing up anything. I swear it's hard to have a civil conversation where we can just have a debate and a discussion because people are so tied to their their personal opinions and like the party that they associate with.
You know, let me try to think of one piece out of the DZ toolkit. It is the anti-whataboutism. Whataboutism is a common tactic people are going to say, yeah, man, I feel like these eggs are pretty expensive. What about Trump's? Blah, blah, blah. Or they'll say, what about? Just say, well, I don't do whatabouts. You know, we could whabout all the way to the first Homo sapien. Let's talk about the eggs and just keep bringing them out, and then shame them for saying whataboutisms. Yeah, well, whataboutism is kind of a low IQ thing. Maybe don't say that way.
You know what I found? A lot of people in the older generation, they still think that we're on the gold standard, that our money is backed by gold.
Yeah, that's a good starting point.
And what I want to know is how they feel about the rest of the world going away from the dollar, trading oil and other currencies. Yep. All these nations doing trades within each other and excluding the United States. And yeah, Orange Man bad, Biden's in office. What has he done during his time to strengthen the United States? Not much. And it seems like he's folding for these other countries, and our dollar and inflation is out of control.
Yep. It is a dire time, but a lot of people just don't want to engage, and just there's a global allergy to cognitive dissonance, and it's affecting people's ability to think critically. Where are we at with the likes?
We're not just under 100. We need to pump these numbers up.
What the hell?
Yeah.
This is the dictatorship, and I demand your fealty, and pledge your fealty by hitting that freaking like button right now.
Jesus.
Swear to God.
It's moving now.
Good.
It's working.
That's right. You obey my commands. All right. Speaking of cognitive dissonance, the $1 trillion platinum coin. If there was never been a better segue to illustrate the fact that money is a meme and it's only valuable because we say it is this freaking $1 trillion coin. So apparently Janet Yellen is going to shart a $1 trillion platinum coin that, thank God, doesn't have to be bigger than a normal coin. It can just look like a normal silver dollar or quarter, and it can be made out of platinum.
I was worried.
Yeah, and it can be worth $1 trillion.
I thought it was gonna be like a Hands Across America thing.
I know, right?
A gigantic coin, like it blocked the sun coin.
Yeah. It's like the end of
Bill Gates would like that.
Yeah, it's like the end of what was that? Us, Hands Across America. Anyways, so it's going to be worth $1 trillion. You know why it's worth $1 trillion? Because they say it is. And you could apparently mint a piece of thing that's $1 trillion. And then you've solved your debt. The U.S. is hurtling towards an entirely preventable economic crisis. Well, not anymore.
They say that like it's easy, entirely preventable.
First of all, look, we got to do a disclaimer. Business Insider, these are the people who cannot write a story about Dave Portnoy to save their lives. These people
they also said never before seen banking. We've had government shutdowns last over a week before, right?
Yeah, it's Business Insider.
It has been seen multiple times. You don't know what you're talking about.
Business Insider are the Hexicans of financial reporting. Okay? Business Insider, you suck. I'm a Portnoy fanboy. Anyways, U.S. is hurtling towards an entirely preventable economic crisis, and $1 trillion coin could solve all of its problems if the Biden administration decides to take it seriously. Janet Yellen said the government could run out of money, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Republicans and Democrats are still waiting for the other to blink. House GOP narrowly passed a bill last week that would tie massive budget cuts to a 1-year increase. So then it's not a budget cut. God.
I know.
Look, okay, here's the other thing. Republicans, Democrats, two wings to the same bird, okay? Get your head out of the politics. Get your head out of the tribalism. You need to be a data-driven voter. You need to be a data-driven political animal. You cannot go by the party, okay? So the coin, which wouldn't need to be bigger than an average coin, can be made quickly and is part of a potential debt ceiling loophole. The Treasury Department can mint platinum coins of any denomination. That led to a school of thought that says Yellen should simply mint $1 trillion platinum coin and deposit it to pay off debts until a more permanent solution can be found. Taco, you're very familiar with mints. How would this go?
Oh, it's going to be a gas war, man. There's going to be a lot of people hopping on the network all at the same time. Gas is going to rise.
I'm going to be the first to claim the
People
coin.
are going to have failed transactions. People are going to blame the devs.
What's the reveal going to be like? That's what I want to know. At this point, if any other solutions, the so-called more serious solutions would work, then they would have been used by now. There is a more serious solution. It's called not spending more than you take in. That's a serious solution, but no one wants to go there.
Nope.
Let's see. There is a large chance the courts would shoot this down. There's a large chance the Treasury Secretary would not be on board. Yeah, because the Fed has already lost all credibility because they don't know what they're doing, and Jerome Powell uses bad data, and he's trying to get unemployment to 6%. So he's not. I'm telling you, he's not going to pull his foot off the brake and start reversing interest rates until that unemployment number gets to a magic 6%. Doesn't matter what the rest of the economy is doing. And then the Treasury is already on a razor's edge as far as, their credibility goes. So if they do this, we would be a laughing stock. We are already a laughing stock when it comes to monetary policy.
I was about to say, that sounds like par for the course where we're at right now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So according to people familiar with the discussions, officials in the White House, Treasury, and Justice Departments, why does the Justice Department have anything to do with monetary policy, have floated invoking a clause in the 14th Amendment that would take care of the debt ceiling without lawmakers' approval. Over Congress's dead body. No one, not even a Democrat, is going to let that fly, because the beauty of the Constitution and one of the reasons that America is fantastic is because the framework of our country pits humanity and our lust for power and greed against each other. That's why we have three different branches of government. We have executive, judicial, and congressional. So all three of those hold different pieces of power, and all three of them want the other pieces of power that the other ones have. And so they're constantly vying for control of the other power. Right now, it's tilted in the power is tilted towards the executive branch and the judicial branch. The power is not, Congress is not as powerful as it used to be, but they are starting to assert themselves. That's part of the reason why they're going after Gary Gensler. Okay. Don't get into your mind that the Republicans are like the party of pro crypto. They are, because it's convenient, because they want to seize power back from the SEC. They want more power back in Congress. They want it in the House. They want it in the Senate. As soon as they get that power and it's no longer expedient to be pro crypto, they will not be pro crypto. Okay. Because what they are pro, thank you, Hannah. What they are pro is they are pro getting reelected. Full stop. Okay. They're not looking out for you. Nessie, do you agree? Nessie agrees. Anyways, I've been going on a dictator rant. Anyone else have any hot takes on the $1 trillion coin? Would you mint it?
Oh, I mean, this is just the tokenization of the bank.
ERC-20.
This is tokenization of banking systems. Like, it's just they're using these veiled words, and they'll just change it up and find a new way to digitize. Our money system is digitized right now. Like, the numbers on our dollars are a code that the Treasury keeps track of and the Federal Reserve keeps track of. So they're just relabeling things and, trying to act like they've got some amazing solution for us. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's more lies to me, personally.
The fact that they're going to be making like an actual coin just blows my mind. Are they just going to like mail it to people or something?
Well, no, they make one, but the whole thing is suspicious to me because it's going to clearly be ridiculed. It's going to clearly be made fun of. And so why wouldn't they just add $1 trillion to the balance sheet? Why would they go through this whole song and dance of a coin? It's almost like, reminds me of the Don't Say Gay bill. It's like it's been co-opted and rebranded by the opposition because it seems like such bad branding.
Yeah, it does. It's
suspicious. It's weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like they want it to fail. This is how you present it if you want it to fail.
For real. Absolutely.
And so I don't know. Maybe they're like trying to push through $500 billion or something. There's something here that's not being said, and there's something going on behind the scenes. I don't know what it is because it's such a bozo move. It sounds so ridiculous. It doesn't seem like it was said in earnest.
Yeah. All of this, the takeaway here, subjects of the dictatorship is this is bullish for crypto, folks.
It is.
Okay, this is incredibly bullish. I was just doing some more research on GMX and their DeFi leverage trading. And that thing is freaking sick, dude. Like, DeFi leverage trading is where it's at because it's over collateralized leverage. So there's none of the shenanigans you get with regular leverage trading, and it's not on a centralized exchange. So it's all your stuff's on the blockchain. If you get wrecked, then it stays with you and you continue to be wrecked until you get your stuff together. And it doesn't go as systemic as normal centralized leverage trading. I'm incredibly bullish on leverage DeFi. If you guys have not been checking it out, also like GMX because it's dual chain. It's on Arbitrum and it's on Avalanche. So you can actually, I don't know, do some swaps and make some money if you do leverage trading on Avalanche, because the fees on Avalanche is like 5 cents instead of $50 like it is on Ethereum now. So
also,
yep.
On like leverage trading on decentralized exchanges, Apex Pro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they
extremely good.
They have staking too, so you can get a little bit of APY back.
And what do they stake? What do they let you stake?
Their own coin.
The Apex token?
Yeah, and then they have a little, I guess, if you do daily trades, if you do like 5 trades in a row, it increases your activity factor and gets you more APY. And
what's the website?
pro.apex.exchange. Their own derivatives platform. I've been using it for I've been staking for probably 2 months, 3 months now. And I've gotten, with just a little bit, I've gotten like $28. Not bad. It's just sitting there. You have to use a VPN, and then if you go to staking, and then if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see what I'm talking about. So that's where you
on Arbitrum and ETH. Okay, that's great.
So you just connect your wallet. It's all decentralized, and there's your like activity score. I think you got 3 days left, so you can get up to level 3.
All right.
Just if you're doing it, if you have the coin, hey, maybe make some trades.
Yeah, Urkelson says he's bullish on Osmosis for DeFi. Cosmos is great. That coin's gonna rip. The whole Osmosis is really cool to use. It's really fast. The fees are incredibly low. The APY is great. I love Osmosis. John Shapeshift COO. What's that? What happened to the tampon ad on Nick's car? How much did you get from that? Battletoads 93. Thank you for asking me that question. Because here's the thing, folks. I got scammed.
Oh no.
I got scammed. And what this dumb company is Sticker, STICKR.co. All they are is a money laundering operation for nonprofits. That's it. That's what they're there for. They're there to be a line item for a nonprofit so they can get a kickback, and they're just laundering money for Susan G. Komen or whatever. I got completely shafted. They're like, yeah, you'll make anywhere from, they were promising $110 a month for this. And I was like, okay, look, if I get like $25, I'll be happy. That's fine. You know how much I got after 2 months? Take a guess.
$12.
Yeah, $11. $11.
Oh my god!
And they made you pay for the sticker.
Oh my god!
Oh no.
And I was like, you know what?
And it cost $13.
So were you getting paid like commission when people signed up, or was it like the company was just paying?
They were getting commission on signups, and I was just looking more into it. And it's all 501c3s. It's never like big corporations that are using this company to advertise. So 501c3 can't show a profit, right? They can pay their executives like millions of dollars because that's an expense.
That's
but
fine.
They can't show a profit. That's that's the whole thing about a 501c3 is complete.
Well, I mean,
BS.
you can grow your treasury. Not like you can't operate profitably.
You can, yes, but there are like significant rules on like what is able to be in that treasury and like when you can have access to it. But like your payroll is not that's an expense. It's like you can
this
grow.
Would always go to when you want to do any kind of charitable work, you got to go local. You can't go national.
Exactly.
You're just going to get lost in the noise. Administrative costs are just going to eat up all of your dollar.
Yep.
So if you want to help out, go to a local homeless shelter. Do something local, women's abuse shelter, something like that. Something with kids. That's my recommendation.
Absolutely. Yeah. The NFL is a nonprofit. Talk about one of the biggest scams in the country. The NFL nonprofit status. Don't even get me started on that. All right, let's go look at John Shapeshift. We are entering a dream paradigm for crypto. If Fed continues to raise rates, they will bury more banks and crypto will rally on banking failures. If the Fed pauses or cuts, liquidity conditions will improve and crypto will rally as a risk asset. I love it. You love it. If anything has shown us just how resilient crypto is and just how fantastic Bitcoin is going to perform, it's the fact that Bitcoin has either pumped or stayed neutral on all of these banking collapses, which we're about to get into another banking collapse here pretty soon. So incredibly bullish for all of crypto. I'm still pretty certain that we're going to get to a $5 trillion overall crypto market cap in the next bull run because there's just going to be a ton of liquidity because they're going to have to print so hard. They're going to have to print so freaking hard next time.
And we touched 3 last time, right?
Yep.
It was just shy of 3.
That fits my prediction of about a 1.5x.
Yeah.
From previous.
Yep. Yeah. Let's see. What's the
Tom Crown is heading to Estonia.
Oh,
What?
yeah. Tom.
Why would he do? Oh yeah, because he's going to be there with Ben at NFT Talon. That's where it is, Estonia. All right, let's talk about AI.
He's going to be talking about Litecoin in it.
Yeah. Those are LRC 20s.
20s.
And dude, if they can do an LRC 20, they can do a DRC 20. And there can be meme coins on Dogecoin.
Oh my God.
Are you ready for that? Is your body ready? Is our body ready for Tesla to probe it?
Oh my God. Doge PP.
Doge PP.
That's a slam dunk.
Guys, Doge PP.
Stop giving out this gold.
I started looking up LRC smart contract writing.
On the meme coin topic here, Peepo just hit an all-time high.
Peepo?
Peepo.
Well, congratulations to the Peepo holders. It's time to sell.
And FOMC launched less than 24 hours ago, and it's up. It's up like 7,000. It's up 7,000%.
Down from a couple hours ago.
Jeez.
Wow.
I saw it a few hours ago. I'd be
FOMC coin.
Yeah.
Is it down 25 basis points? All right. Tom Crown says $50 trillion global crypto market cap. Bro, what are you on? Because I want that. Anyways, Tesla AI is trying to kill you every chance it can. There he is. Look at that. He's got all the Infinity Stones, except one of those looks like EOS. Cringe. Steve Wozniak screaming at Elon Musk's AI. There he is eating the first apple he's ever eaten his entire life.
A tennis ball?
I think it was an apple. Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak, otherwise known as Woz, has lambasted, great word, Tesla's AI-powered autopilot function, calling it a study of AI gone wrong that will try to kill you at every chance it can, in a new interview with CNN this morning.
Hell yeah.
Look, I've seen enough videos of people asleep in their Tesla to think that's bullshit. Have I been in a car that has some auto-correcting where you're trying to switch lanes and you haven't turned on your turn signal, and it's like it sees you hit your yellow lines and it kind of pushes your car?
Yeah.
I feel like that's the only bad thing I've really ever experienced. I've never had my car just try to run over the homeless person. That's me.
You know, the only piece of information I needed to hear from like gas versus electricity is the amount of time and reaction time, gas versus electricity. Gas, it's gears.
Oh, you're talking about the combustion engine versus electric engine.
Yep.
Or electric
well, just on like reaction time and like brakes and like auto brakes and obviously self-driving is brand new, and every single Tesla is collecting all the data.
Always fail to mention is Tesla AI has X accidents every 100,000 miles, and you're like, well, what's that compared to human beings? Oh, it's like 1%. Well, what are we talking about?
It's ridiculous.
Just wait though, because what about when the social credit scores are implemented and CBDCs and they're tracking all of our money, and you do something they don't like, and then they put you in a Tesla that has 100% crash rate, and they are successful.
They can do that with gas-powered vehicles today.
Speaking as
that is
someone,
not only going to be Tesla that's targeted with that. They can remote access your car and drive you into a tree at 100 miles per hour. Well, they have done it. There are journalists have been killed with this technology.
I mean, have you seen Yellowstone when they take guys to the train station? Same thing. Yeah. Train station. But I like where your head's at. Hannah always bringing like from the top rope with these fantastic nightmare scenarios. Wozniak says Musk's marketing spiel is not even close to reality. And boy, if you want to study AI gone wrong and taking a lot of claims and trying to kill you at every chance it can, get a Tesla. So he's butthurt at Tesla. Despite Woz's sharp criticisms of Tesla's AI functionality, both he and Musk share a common cause. Both are concerned by the rate of development in artificial intelligence systems. They were signatories on an online petition calling for ChatGPT developer OpenAI to halt development. OpenAI said, "Yeah, we're gonna stop. Work on GPT-5 and will not commence for some time." First of all, that's a lie. That's dumb. Second of all, self-driving cars are never going to work, period, for anything other than like parking.
Some weird takes here. It's my understanding Tesla has by far some of the highest safety ratings, their classes. I think they are a little bit safer. And
the cars
I
themselves?
did see, it would cost to fix one. Yeah, your average repair is much, much higher. But if you have repairs 10% of the time compared to combustion driver, I don't know the full math, but there's more to break that down on more expensive as far as maintenance.
Yeah.
And I'm a gas. I drive a Chrysler 300. I'm not some Tesla fanboy.
Yeah, I'll never buy a Tesla. I'm not a Tesla fanboy, but I would say in aggregate, the amount of people that drive per day that get into accidents and the amount of Tesla AI driving that happens per day that gets into accidents, I think you got to look at it as a percent. How many as a percent of human drivers get into an accident per day? Is that 1%? I think it could be. I think it could be higher, but is it on par with AI, Tesla autopilot? Yeah, but the scary thing with Tesla autopilot is when it crashes like horribly in very weird ways. Like it will just blow through stop signs. It will absolutely, if there's like glare
if your
on a
foot's
semi,
not over the brake, you must be asleep for this to be happening.
Well, that's what people
so
are doing.
What's the alternative if you don't have that?
What do you mean? What's the alternative?
You fall asleep in a regular car.
Well, then you're not driving it. You should not be driving.
Yeah,
there are very few people driving a car.
So your
asleep.
argument is it's easier to fall asleep with the AI driver.
For sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does that mean we shouldn't have it because it's more comfortable? Your argument, it's too comfortable.
Well, it disengages the driver from the driving process and therefore makes the car and the driver more dangerous. Just
okay,
like
I would disagree. I mean, we can compare rates of accidents. I will cede the point. It makes it more likely for the driver to fall asleep. I will cede that point all day, especially compared to a stick shift. But that doesn't mean it's more dangerous. You really have to look at the stats.
If the wrecks, because think about how many humans get in like fender benders, whereas if they get in a wreck in a Tesla and it's like
that's a great point. Yeah, that goes to the whole like what is it? How they've juiced the stats for what they call a not a mass homicide, a mass shooting. Like they've juiced the stats for a mass shooting. Like any time it's like more than 3 people, there's a gun involved, it's like a mass shooting.
Base statistics.
Yeah, so like there's like apparently like 1,000 mass shootings in Chicago every day. Yeah, so it's like how many
looking at their smartphone driving all the time.
I know
it's just a reality. I'd rather them be in an assisted car than a non-assisted car.
It's funny. The
need one.
The NHTSA did a long-term study on driver assist, specifically the radar speed control and the lane departure assist. They have found over long-term that has disengaged the driver from the driving process so much so that they are now lobbying to have those assists removed from cars because it makes the people more complacent and less engaged in the driving process, and therefore
I say we make all
to
seats uncomfortable. Let's make steering wheels embedded with tacks, right? I want tacks
Wait,
around my
do
steering
you guys
wheel.
remember that?
I want someone screaming in my ear every 40 seconds.
There's the old saying: if you had, instead of an airbag on the steering wheel, you had a 2-foot-long metal spike pointed at your chest, everyone's driving would improve. It would be the safest car ever because you would never do anything to have that spike go near your chest.
That driving would be on point right there, baby.
And
It
you
would
guys
literally
watch
be
South
on
Park?
point.
You remember that one episode where Randy had the one-wheeler?
Yeah, that was horrible. Absolutely horrible.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up.
Please don't.
Maybe we should do that. Hey, I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
You'll be more engaged in driving.
Oh.
Guys, we're running out of time here. Let's talk about a bank collapse and then let's go on a rant. So, good morning, everyone. This is again from Genevieve Roche-Dector, one of the best financial journalists out there. Good morning, everyone. Stop me if you've heard this one before. Regional banks are going down again this morning. Gold has hit an all-time high. GDP is slowing. Inflation is still too high, and the Fed just raised rates into what is likely going to be a recession. I'm even starting to hear the word depression. Look at PacWest. Holy moly. Is this a meme coin?
It's not good.
Who was the exit liquidity? Well, it was depositors.
Very sad. Very sad.
Again, this is the centralization of the banks into, apparently JP Morgan is going to be the Bank of America. Sorry, Bank of America. But yeah, I mean, again, this just goes to show that there is so much fragility just being packed into the banking system. And every single week we hear Janet Yellen or Jerome Powell saying the banking system is sound. And like clockwork, a fuse is lit. And then a week or two later, a bomb goes off in another regional bank, and then boom. So literally, it's all going according to plan. And they think that they have centralized all of the. They think that they're bolstered themselves by moving all of these banks' assets into J.P. Morgan Chase. That is a fallacy of the highest order. That is a fallacy of the highest order. And like I told people yesterday, get out of a bank, get into a credit union, ASAP as possible. .com. /depression 2023.
There's a lot more banks that are in a similar situation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So this is not done and shout out to Razzmatazz. Razzmatazz was looking at this yesterday with me, and you can see the stuff coming. It's just a matter about accepting that it's really happening. I think that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, this is also a great thing to bring up. This is a nice talking point to DZ's point. Like, have you seen this chart? Like, have you heard about PacWest? Did you hear about First Republic? Like, are you guys safe? Like, I actually did a group thread with my family the other day, and my wife's husband, to where I said, hey, is everyone safe? Like, is anyone in one of these regional banks? Like, you should really get into a credit union. And there was actually a financial conversation talking about the instability of the banking system over text message.
And did you bring up as long as they have under $150,000 or something?
Isn't it 250?
Yeah, 250.
250, sorry.
Yeah, it is. It is. I did bring that up, and one of them is more well off, so they're actually making 2 bank accounts now.
Nice.
There are actually whole services. There's a whole cottage industry now of accountants offering to high net worth individuals, spreading out their accounts across banks, so it's just hits that 250K.
I think that is so. How were people handling that much money and they don't know that? That is so crazy.
Well, I know.
Just
Yeah,
open
that's
multiple
another
bank
thing.
accounts and be responsible with
It happens. I know
does.
someone in Colorado that has millions. I was banging their door down, trying to tell them about Bitcoin.
Didn't know where that
I had a
was
question
going.
for you guys.
Yeah.
Would you recommend these like PayPal savings accounts
Hell
or like these
no.
Apple savings accounts for like 4.15%?
Apple.
They got like so much money.
The app.
Discover.
I'm
Go for
open
Discover.
to tech
That's like
industry
0.15%.
shaking up the banking savings. And I think there's a real potential here.
I think it's great. The Apple one is flawed because it's actually a Goldman Sachs account. Yeah, that is a
Discover
bummer.
has a high yield savings account. I think it's like 3.6%.
That's great.
So I would do that before.
Part of the reason why your interest rate in your savings account is so low is because Americans have gotten so complacent and don't freaking save their money, and they don't look at the interest rate anymore. So the banks just continue to lower it, and no one moves their money around. You want to make a bank super butthurt, you pull all your money out, because then they say, wait, why are you doing that? Well, you have bad interest rates. I'm going somewhere else. Once that starts to happen en masse, they get the freaking clue, okay? You know how much it cost to send thousands of dollars? You know how long it took to send thousands of dollars before Bitcoin? It took weeks. And then once they figured out that, oh, wow, Bitcoin's totally eating our lunch and moving money across borders and stuff, now it's been cut down to a couple days and the fees have been reduced. They'll never get to where it's as cheap as Bitcoin, never. But they're at least trying it. It's at least market competition, because I don't know, when capitalism is allowed to work, it's allowed to work, and it's great. Anyways, I'm going to rant.
Late stage. I
know.
heard that phrase.
Late
yesterday.
stage
It's so
capitalism, I
frustrating. It's so
know.
frustrating. It's such a. It's just no real rationale behind that argument. It doesn't mean anything.
It's it's a $5 greeting card economic phrase that means nothing and is said by incels.
It's like gaslighting. The term gaslighting.
Yeah,
It's
just say
said.
you're deceiving someone. You are lying to me. No, I am not. Instead of, oh my God, I was
He's
gaslit by my
gaslighting
boss
me.
the other day.
Gaslighting me.
Shut up.
Hey, Hit Gaming, thank you for the raid.
Look at all of these memes. Oh my God. All right, we're almost out of time. I got to rant. Alex Gladstein.
Got a rant.
This guy's amazing. I love this guy. This is happening in a bunch of New York City coffee shops. We're down bad. Oat milk is the new default milk. This is an assault on humanity. Who the is going to buy a cappuccino with goddamn oat milk?
Wait, I got something to
Want
say to
something
this.
else to drink? We'll make your drink the way you like it. So just ask. Oat milk is for soy boys. And if you cannot reproduce with soy milk in your body or oat milk in your body or any nut milk is a scam. It's mostly water and it's a bunch of like weird chemicals and oils and seed oil. So get the fuck out of my face, milks. Unless it's coming out of a titty, I don't want it.
Oat milk tastes
I
good.
got something to say to this. So obviously, oat milk, you got like all these different types of milk, cashew milk,
It's
almond
not a
milk.
milk, though.
Exactly. But I saw this one.
Destruction of language.
I saw this one video of a farmer who's like, he has cows, he's collecting milk, and he has to dump like 400 gallons of it or 40,000 gallons of it because they have a cap and it's regulated.
Yes.
And that's why these like $7 a gallon for milk. and they're like trying to get everyone to like go all these off milk brands, and it's
I think
it's
I don't think it's that dark. I think what we have are a small number of giant farms, and I think that's a rule to squeeze out the small guy. I don't think that's big almond and big oat. I think that's big milk stopping that, actually.
Yes, giant jugs of milk trying to stop the little jugs of milk.
Why are we wasting?
And the big jugs of milk, they love $7 gallons.
That's what I'm saying.
They love
So
it.
yeah, it's not the oat milk boys. It's not the almond boys. It's the mammary men.
Mammary men. It's the tea men. Yeah. Guys, look, you got to take milk back. Look.
I like coconut milk, but I don't like the dirt water milk.
If it's not from a mammary gland, it's not milk, okay? I'm done with this.
I like-
and I'm
I
making
like
a statement
coconut
right
juice.
now. I'm making a statement right now.
Yo.
Any liquid that purports to be milk that does not come from the mammary gland of an animal is the Bud Light of milks.
Oh.
There you go.
Ooh. Yeah, we
Okay.
reject your fake milk. Okay,
We reject your
estrogen.
falseness. Yes.
We reject the feminization of my juices.
Yes.
I don't know where I was going with that.
If I'm going to guzzle, never mind.
I needed the shades on.
The
Yeah.
next part would get
Alex-
us banned. So we
Alex
had to-
Gladstein, completely unrelated coffee shop in 2 days, different parts of the city where I had to specify cow milk. Look, guys, again, I'm going back to the destruction of language. Don't even get me started on wyverns. But language is important. Milk is from the gland of an animal, a mammary gland of an animal. If it's crushed up nuts in water, then come up with something else. Call it nut water or something, but don't cop milk, okay? Milk has fought too long and too hard and through too much oppression to put up with this bullshit.
You know,
I'm done with it.
New York is
Milking.
also going to ban those natural gas stoves. They're moving forward with that. So
Yeah,
they're
and
winning.
weren't we told ad nauseum, you guys just overreacting. No one's going to take your gas stove. Eat it.
Sad.
Here's Western Alliance, also down 53%.
The party's just getting started,
exploring
man.
its sale.
This is just starting. Like
Yeah.
the structural and the structural makeup of these last collapses are much more foundationally strong than they were in 2008. With the size of Washington Mutual, we have 3 massive similar sized banks that all collapse at the same time. It's going to get way worse in my opinion.
Yeah.
So
Is this a chart for Western Alliance, or is this a chart of a Western man's testosterone after drinking oat milk? You decide. You decide.
It's funny.
What if he drinks oat milk and regular milk? Because isn't oat milk just like wheat and water?
Oat milk is, I mean, look, Chamath Palihapitiya has said it 1,000 times on All In Podcast. It is a complete scam. You're paying for water,
But like
and there's a little
oat
bit of
milk
nuts in
and
there, just
coffee,
a little salt.
oat
bae.
milk and coffee.
Ew,
mwah.
disgusting.
But
No,
hold on,
you're
hold on.
talking to a half
Regular milk and cookies.
why are you this way?
What are you talking about?
All of the above.
Oh.
All of
When,
it.
Who
when
makes
does a
cookies without
non-milk
milk?
beat
No,
milk?
cookies and regular milk.
Non-milk
I'm a fan,
never
but I
beats
also
milk,
drink oat milk.
taste-wise.
Never.
The true way
I'm
to
lactose
test.
intolerant, and I will squirt shit out of my asshole, okay, if I have too much dairy. I'm telling you, dairy is superior.
It is in
That's all
every
we need
way.
to know, okay? I'm voting against
Yeah.
personal interest
Yeah.
here.
And don't even get me started on vegan cheese.
I'm gonna
swear
give
to
y'all.
God.
2 coffees. I'm gonna make you taste it and tell me which one's better.
Oh,
It's
I won't
never
even
the
need
one
to
that
taste.
tastes like dirt.
Yeah, I'll smell this one. Oh, it kind of smells like Fremunda. Yeah, that's oat milk. Okay. If the SEC follows through on its threat to sue Coinbase, I believe the SEC will lose. The SEC's case has a fatal flaw, and the problem is entirely of Gary Gensler's own making. Let me explain. After he was confirmed as chairman of the SEC in 2021, he says the SEC does not have the authority from Congress to regulate crypto exchanges. Wow. He said it.
We're on
The
a path.
problem for the SEC is, of course, that Gary Gensler's testimony was entirely correct. Let's see if the SEC follows suit on its threat to sue Coinbase. Coinbase legal team will surely zero in on the communication with the SEC leading up to Gary Gensler's May 6, 2021 testimony. Look, I mean, the Coinbase is absolutely going to run a train on the SEC if this goes through, and Gary Gensler knows it. All he's doing right now is buying himself time so he can position himself to be in a different place in the government and continue to be a barnacle and add nothing to this country. That's the whole, like, he's just buying himself time now. The writing is on the wall. Hester Pierce, crypto mom, what's up, girl? Get at me, slide my DMs.
Allah.
She's going to be taking over the SEC. The next enemy is going to be Ross and Benham and the CFTC. Watch yourself, okay? Watch that CFTC.
It's all going to be environmentally based too.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep. Are any other questions in the chat? Chat, I'm sorry. I felt like I just neglected you today. I didn't mean it. I had a
We
lot of
love
pent up
you,
energy.
chat.
I was
Well,
I
it
was-
worked up.
You're
we
in the
got Run.
zone.
We got
I was
Run
in the
Gang,
zone. Well, look,
Urkelson,
yeah.
Bungalow Bill, $1 million, Covertas, Coors Lightyear, Nakudo,
But
Blency, White Rabbit. We got Tom Crown, R.A. Daniel, Crypto Cookie, Jay-Z. If you're not on YouTube, go hit the likes. We love you.
I would like a blunt ski.
Crypto Stevo. Y'all are the best. We love you. All right.
I love it.
Sorry.
I love it. Let's see. Let's do some
Dipped in
altcoin.
almond milk?
We got 5 more minutes left. Okay. Let's do some altcoin picks real quick.
Yeah.
Okay. What are we looking at scooping?
All right, so I got Snek on Cardano. Bought it Sunday swap, SNEK. It went
Yeah.
up. I put in 500 ADA. Next thing I know, that was worth 1,100 ADA, or no, 1,300. So I pulled out my 500 plus 20%, an extra 100. So I pulled out 600 ADA. Then I was left with about 1,200. I ended up staking that and was, I'm sorry, no, providing the liquidity for MinSwap. I was 25% of all the liquidity on that exchange.
Oh my gosh.
And I left it in there for a day, and then I pulled out, and it came with like an extra 300 ADA, just from the fees. I'm sorry, the team then deposited a bunch. I went from 25% of the pool to 1% of the pool. Like, I don't really feel like splitting 1% of rewards here. So pulled out all my money. I'm up on that one, feeling pretty good, but I'm keeping an eye out for some of these memes. Martini guy's been tweeting like a maniac about some of these.
Yeah.
I don't want to just do some like 1 or 2 hour plays and I can make.
All right, I'll give you guys a few of them. You got Elmo.
Are these meme coins?
Yeah.
You gotta have a disclaimer. And then if you guys own it, like if he owns it, like let him know.
All right, so these are all meme coins, high risk, high reward. I haven't bought Elmo, but that's one of them. Another one is P Pizza. I also do not own
Pizza?
it, but it is. I've been watching it. It looks like it's at the bottom of a channel.
It
Might
reeks
want to
of
go back up.
Epstein vibes.
Oh.
All right, another one is Andy. Again,
Andy. Okay, these are all like do not buy these in any way.
Super high risk.
Super high. Like this is a lottery ticket, folks.
And also back to what Drew was saying, gonna be high gas fees. You're probably gonna want to trade more than like $200, $300, $400 to make it worth it.
Oh, for God's
when
sake.
you buy and sell. All right, then you got Poo.
This is the last. this is the last one, Taco. I don't know how I feel about this. Go to Poo.
It's not.
Wait, it's on Dex Tools.
Yeah, it's POOH. Or Dex Screener. Go to Dex Screener.
Dex Screener. Well, I'm on Dex Tools.
It'll be on there too.
Okay, so POOH. Oh,
Like
oh,
Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh.
Like Winnie
Not
There it is.
poo, like poo.
That's it. What is this?
So again,
It's
it's
Xi
kind of
Jinping
ranging
Jinping.
sideways at the moment. I'd go to like the 4 hour.
What is this? Chaos.
6. I have a 6 hour.
Or
right
maybe
here.
no, don't go to the 4 hour. Go to like the 15-minute.
That little guy.
Um,
Don't worry about that
Yeah,
little
it's
guy.
right there.
I'm on the 15-minute. I'm on. How about a 30-minute?
And then go to like the little refresh icon. Go up on your mouse a little bit, a little down, like right where that 12 hour is. Hover around the 12 hour on the bottom of the screen.
Oh my God. Here.
A little higher and then to the left. A little left.
Where is it?
Up a little bit. All right, maybe it's not there.
Guys, this is dextools.io. If you're gonna trade some memes and some meme coins, this is a great website. They also do they verify the contract right on here now. The dex score, having a high dex score is good. That means it's got a good contract. They check to see if it's a honeypot, what the buy and sell tax are. So this is a great tool just for total, covert force, total degeneracy. Yeah, if you're on dextools.io, you have a problem. But if you're gonna do it, this is the clean needle exchange of degeneracy.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're gonna do it, just do it on Dex Tools.
It's like Toronto.
I'm gonna say I like Dex Screener better because it
That's fine.
shows liquidity.
That's fine.
It shows fully diluted. It shows the market cap, and it shows a lot of buys, sells, by volume, buyers and sellers. It shows a lot more information.
Fantastic, Drew. What's your pick? What are you looking to scoop?
Oh God. I'm looking at BRC20s. I want to get that Pepe on BRC.
That's really good. Well, we have to do a whole show next week about BRC.
I want one.
Yeah.
I want a Pepe. It's attractive to me. I'm liking Bitcoin. I love Pepe. You know, now I just love that AACLU is going to have to deal with Pepe's image all over the internet after they tried to say it was so bad.
Yeah, we're all on the Southern Poverty
I want
Law
to push
Center.
back on Urkelson.
Oh,
a net negative for crypto. I'm going to disagree. What other coin has generated over 80,000 new buyers in under 3 weeks?
That's not the argument I would use. I would use the kill shot. The kill shot is Doge. Do you think Doge was a net negative during that hype with SNL bringing more people into the space, having people download Robinhood, having people maybe put some of that profit into ETH and Bitcoin. I feel they are a net positive. It's a valid argument though.
I agree with that.
Yeah, Hannah thinks this is a net positive. What are you looking to buy, Hannah?
Optimism as of late, and I'm accumulating Ethereum heavily.
Yeah, heavily accumulating Ethereum. So I got a little tip here from Kara Zabo. So Cake looks to be very close to a bottom. It's likely too big to fail project from Binance's point of view. I predict CZ will do something that makes Cake 2x within the next year. And if you look at the pancake chart,
that's a clear slam dunk.
This is what we call, boys and girls, the bottom. Okay. So I mean, in the last bull run,
it's like a local bottom too.
Yeah. So
it's on Binance.
It is the Binance Smart Chain DEX.
Really?
Like if you want DeFi on Binance, as DeFi as Binance Smart Chain can be, which it's not. I mean, it topped out at $40 last time.
Yeah.
I think it could quite easily do another 10x, if not a 20x. So
I do like Cake.
Yeah, Cake. I actually used Cake a lot, and it's very fun to use. I have a bunch of the bunny NFTs. I got out of it for a little bit because I lost like 6 BNB on it on a scam, and I was very sad about that. It was one of those things that I had to tell my wife's boyfriend about.
Yep.
Yeah. So
date's canceled.
Oh, and real
date
quick,
was canceled.
Also, Urkelson, you got to look into the tokenomics on some of these meme coins. The buy and sells, they put that fee back into the liquidity.
Yeah.
So that's not for all of them. Like, don't get me wrong; these are very, very risky. Just in the last 2 days, that WSB rugged, and then the project Jugs rugged.
Jugs, yeah. They were talking about
you gotta
that.
Be careful.
Shout out to Books and Profits and Scott on the Web3 Exposed Twitter space every day. I think they start at like 4:45.
That's a good one.
Very, very good. I love those fools. Anyways, that's all for the basement. That's all for the Dictator today. Welcome to thanks for hanging out at the Dictatorship. This is not a democracy. It is a benevolent dictatorship. Y'all, I'll see you at the top. Go out, touch grass. We're all just spirits having a human experience. So be kind to one another. Okay.
And let me break your brain, Erickson. Sheep didn't have 6 billion poured into it at a net loss. That is the market cap. Think about it. Put in $1. It's worth $1 million. Did you put in the $999,000?